Hi again, everyone. Welcome back to Margie's Mic. This is Kobe and our ever graceful Margie here with us again.
Hi, everybody.
Today is going to be another one of our little story times. Talking about Margie's past and the magical realism of it all.
She's a lady with a past. How magical it is, but
Yeah. And here, she might have a past, but right now, in her present will be our present.
yeah, there you go. Well, this is an episode that was in Houston, 2008. I titled it "The Least Crooked One." Darling, you are going to vote today, aren't you? Josephine flashed her movie star smile at me. I'm sure I looked uncomfortable. I'm sorry, she said. I completely forgot that you don't have a car right now. I'll pick you up at 3 and we'll march right up into the River Oaks voting booth with our heads held high, okay? However, I have one request. Why don't we wear a couple of do-rags and American flag print wrapped around our heads? I'm sure I looked shocked. On second thought, she said, never mind. That might not be such a good idea. A redneck might beat the crap out of us. What do you think? After peals of laughter, off we marched with our heads held high to exercise our democratic right. A do-rag? Nah, my dear, not my style at all. Well, some things never change, you know. When we were kids and happened to visit my French immigrant grandmother, if it happened to be a local event or a statewide election, she never missed an opportunity to exercise her democratic right to vote. Granny Emma would put on her best dress and hat, sometimes replete with short white cotton gloves. Invariably, when asked by my political science enthusiast brother, Granny, who are you going to vote for? She would respond, the least crooked one. As I said, some things never change. When I first ventured into singing for my supper, it was in Houston, Texas in the 80s. I was hired to play with a rather challenging configuration of piano and guitar. We were supposed to be a quartet, but the piano player must have gotten $20 more down the street because he was a no-show. The guitarist and I muddled through with more enthusiasm than chops. The clientele, all 3 couples, enjoyed it enough to be slow dancing when a more than tipsy woman stumbled up onto the bandstand and demanded, "Play Moon River." I looked at the guitarist in bewilderment. This is a song we had not rehearsed, and I did not have enough confidence in my musical knowledge or vocal prowess to improvise. The wannabe literally shoved a $10 bill down the front of my evening gown into my bosom and demanded louder and more emphatically this time, "I want to hear Moon River, play Moon River." Feeling somewhat, well, definitely I should say, under pressure, we guessed at a key, which, for anyone out there who has ever tried to sing and didn't know anything about the technicalities of music, will affirm. It is a mathematical certainty that's going to sound awful. Well, it wasn't just awful. This rendition would make poor Henry Mancini turn in his grave. One of my mother's most descriptive phrases comes to mind. Quote, "That sounds like the tune the cat died on," end quote. Drunken patron was encouraged, actually more like compelled, to write this situation and show me how to approach the tune. She then muscled her way onto the bandstand and proceeded to lay across the keyboard in disarray. I was stunned, and thank goodness at just that moment her date came to steer her away and back to their table. But she wasn't going down without a fight. As he took her arm, she turned to me and kicked me in the shin. "I want my money back," she slurred. "Give me my $10. I kept the money."